Okay, this is just a short little steel bending lick out of A, but you can transpose this into almost any key on the neck. So we'll stick with A, and I'll show you how to transpose it also. So here's the lick. Again. Slower. If you'll notice, I'm pre-bending these. So I've already got them bent up before I pick it. Which is pretty hard to do, so it takes a little practice if you don't have that yet, but you'll get it in time. Here's the other angle. Again. A little slower. One more time. So on the D string here, I'm using the pick. On the G note, I'm using my middle finger. So on those little sixths there, I am using, you know, the pick and the middle finger at the same time. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm up here on the 7th fret, playing an A and a C sharp. So it starts here, goes up the scale, but you know, you're pre-bending this little, so from E to D, same thing up 2 frets. Then I'm keeping my ring finger here, putting my middle finger on the A note, and I'm plucking both those notes. Pretty cool lick. Alright, next is a steel lick out of A. It's pretty tough because it involves a pretty weird technique, but anyhow, you'll see what I'm talking about. So here's the lick. Again. A little slower. So this one's a pretty tricky lick. You don't have to play it exactly like I'm doing, but just try to get the gist of it. And when I'm starting, I'm sliding into the octave of A up here on the 7th fret of the D string. And you can hear I'm keeping on pedaling off of this A note. I'm letting that drone out and I'm hitting that at certain times. But anyhow, so that's your first move right there. Then you're taking the 5th of A, which is E, up here on the D, or G string rather, and I'm bending it up a whole step while letting the A note ring out, as you can hear. Hitting the A note on the B string. Then I'm just hitting the B and the C sharp here on the E string. So I'm kind of making a nice little A triad right there. So that's the lick. Here's the other hands. Again. Slower. I'm actually using my ring finger, which I don't do that much on single note stuff. Just seems like it makes it easier on this lick, so I'm hitting those. I'm sliding in on the octave of A here with the pick and hybrid finger. So very slow. Alright guys, I'm sliding in here to the 7th fret. That's what this note right here is. It's an A. So I'm going up to the perfect 5th, which is E. I'm bending it up a whole step. But it's what you call a pre-bend, you know. Which makes it difficult to get that in tune. Then with my pinky I'm hitting the A. Now, what makes this lick especially difficult, when you hear that little, that's me barring over with this first finger. I'm hitting the B, which is a 1 and 2. That's how you get that weird dissonance. But whoop. So what's happening here? I'm letting that. It's like a little A9 with, you know, no 3rd. No 5th either, actually. But and then I'm hammering on to the major 3rd here, C sharp. So here it is all together. One more time. Hey folks, this is a pretty tricky lick. It involves some string bending, and you got to be pretty precise on it or else it's going to sound bad. But anyhow, I'll play it for you. It's out of E. Here we go. Again. One more time. Whew, that last bend's hard to do. The way it lays, it's like your pinky's on the D note there. You're bending that up a half step. And it's like a, you know, a flat 5, diminished 5 or whatever. So it's like you're trying to it's going from a perfect 5th and you're bending up to that flat 5th there. So, or not bending up to the flat 5th, you're actually bending up to the major 3rd of E. But this note, what is that, G sharp and D, it's what you call a tritone or whatever. So something that's perfect, a perfect 5th, and then you're bending up to the to make it a tritone. It's hard to do. Which that lick right there, if you don't like that or whatever, obviously, like I say, make it into your own thing, but that's just good practice for your fingers and your ear too. Here we go. Again. As you can see, I'm just using my hybrid fingers there on those double stops. And I'm using the middle finger on that last note there, so that's pretty much it. The challenge is going to be on the left hand for that one. Alright, so this is definitely one of the hardest licks on this video for the left hand. You're starting out up here off this like an E bar chord. And you got an E and a G sharp here. G sharp's the major 3rd. So the first little part, so that's a little steel lick. So that's a pretty tough little part there. You're keeping your pinky here on the G sharp, moving your finger down here to the major 6th, and you're bending up a half step to get a nice little dissonance there. So that's the first little part.